Hi, this is Stephen from Bleed From Within, and you're watching Hive magazine.
This is Hive Magazine. I'm Danny Baker, and today I'm here with Stephen from Bleed From Within. How are we today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Excellent.
Enjoying the sun, enjoying the lovely, lovely download weather, which isn't
Loving
usual.
it. Yeah, it was download last year, and this, I don't even know what it is this year. So.
I'm trying not to complain about it too much after last year. I'm like, no, I'll take this. I'm happy with this.
100%. This is better.
So to start off, of course, you've played the main stage today. How was that? How did it all go?
Oh, fantastic! Yeah, fortunately, we had a bit of a hiccup, let's say, last year where we lost a bunch of songs from our set, unfortunately. So redemption today. There was some redemption in it. Some beautiful redemption. Felt really good. Crowd reaction was great. Had a wonderful day.
Yeah, of course. Obviously, playing the tracks from the new album as well. Like, how was that? How was the reception for those?
Fantastic. Yeah, we've been playing a couple of those songs on a recent tour in the States. So it was nice to come back to look back around to the UK and get them in the set, see how they went down. They went down fantastically. We had a whole lot of the crowd jumping for God Complex. We brought the bagpipes out and then Place Your Halo, and we opened with Hands of Sin, which is a good one to get the crowd sort of kicked off, headbanging, set the tone.
Yeah, of course, you've just touched on your tour in the US, and whilst you were over there as well, you played the Welcome to Rockville Festival, which is iconic in itself.
Yeah.
So many incredible names on the lineup.
Yeah.
I wish I could be there. But
it was very cool. Very cool. Fantastic.
Is there a big difference for you with the UK and US crowds, would you say?
There was, but maybe now not so much. I think we used to think that the American crowds were a bit crazier, a bit more hectic, but now we're definitely seeing that with the UK crowds more and more. The more that we play here. The crowd today was amazing. Had 2 big circle pits, 2 big walls of death, loads of crowd surfers, loads of people singing. It was just like, oh, okay, like this is great. It's fantastic. So no, I wouldn't say there's a big difference.
Yeah, it's so good from both, like, obviously perspective of like me, say, watching the show, and then obviously for you as well, when everyone's just like going so crazy, getting into it. It's incredible.
Yeah.
I also noticed when you were over there as well, you got a couple of the US bands to try Iron Brew. I saw that on your socials.
We did.
Whose idea was that, firstly?
That was our drummer Ali's idea. He was like, guys, I think he woke up, just like, we're driving, and he just shot up and he's like, I've got an idea. And we all woke up out of our bunks now. But he suggested, because this could become a story, so I apologise if this takes a minute.
No.
Our driver's wife brought Iron Brew for us, because in the States there's like one shop in Ohio where you can buy it, and she was like, I'm going and getting it for them. And she brought us a couple of crates of Iron Brew, and I think it was like the day that we got those, Ali was like, we should save some of these. And we were like, no, please, can we just drink them all? And he was like, no, let's save some, get some people to try it. So it was a good fun kicking about.
Yeah, honestly, I love little things like that when bands do things like that.
And what else are we going to do? Hang out, drink beers? Nah.
I feel like it'd be rude not to while you're there, to be honest.
Exactly, exactly. Spreading the good word of the Iron Brew.
Exactly. Just a little pan.
Give me a sponsorship. Give me a sponsorship.
Incredible. So for you guys as well, obviously you brought that over there. Was there any big culture shocks for you guys? Like, obviously you've toured the US before. Is there any like main culture shocks for you when you're there?
Do you know, it is quite familiar. I think the obvious ones are, loads of people have guns, that's kind of crazy. Yeah. So, the first time we went, I was kind of on edge for the first little while, but other than that, the people there are really, to us anyway, are very, very sweet, very welcoming. They seem to love the like Scottish heritage thing. They're like obsessed, like, oh, my great grandfather was Irish, and I'm like, I'm not. But they love it, so yeah, it's good.
Yeah. So circling back to, obviously, the latest album was released back at the start of April, so people have had a couple of months to kind of sit with it now.
Yeah.
So, incredible album, by the way, as well.
Thank you.
And you've got some insane features on there. Obviously, we've got Stylosis, who played yesterday.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, we've got Brandaler as well.
Brandaler, Mastodon.
Were those tracks written with those in mind, or did you kind of collab with the writing? Like, what was the process like with that?
Good question. So with Hands of Sin, we released a single version in 2024, and for the album version, which was just slightly adjusted, kind of sonically, we just wanted it to be really obvious, and we thought the most obvious way was have somebody sing on it that didn't the first time.
Yeah, of course.
So we had Josh from Stylosis sing the second verse in Hands of Sin. With Immortal Desire, where Brandaler sings the chorus, that was a really funny one, because when we first had the instrumental for that, our bassist Davey, started kind of singing a wee melody over the top, and he said to us at the time, he was like, "This sounds like Brandaler territory," and we were like, "It really does." You know, a year passes, nobody mentions it again, and we were thinking like, okay, we've got the album here, it's solid. We were doing the vocal sessions, and we kind of looked back round to that conversation, that thought. We were like, why don't we just ask him? Because we had met him at the Headbangers boat, and he'd said, "Oh, my kid likes your music," you know, and he watched us, and we were like, "This is so cool. We love Mastodon."
Yeah.
So it was so cool to kind of have that moment, and then we connected with him, and we were like, "Hey, you know, we're recording a new album. Look, this is a bit out there, but do you fancy singing on it?" And he was like, "Hell yeah, send me the stuff." And that was just such a fantastic feature and a fantastic moment for us as music fans. You know, we were like, "Oh, Mastodon!"
like,
no.
Screaming inside a little bit.
Me and my dad used to listen to Mastodon when I was like 16 in my car. Like, oh, it was unbelievable. Yeah.
And then now they're on a track on your album.
I know.
I remember seeing the track list come out, and I was like, oh my God, like,
that'll be interesting, right?
Yeah. I was so excited to hear it, and it's insane.
Nice. Glad you like it.
So, to go with the album, you have your massive UK and EU tour coming up. Incredible lineup. I'm so excited for that tour.
Oh, good.
So, how did you decide on the lineup? Is it just kind of
Question.
with
Good
like
question.
After the Burial and everyone? Did you ask them, like, did you reach out to them personally, kind of thing, or?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
We wanted them to play. It's funny because we were talking about the lineup just like 30 minutes ago in another interview, and Ali reminded me that After the Burial are one of my favourite bands ever. I've been listening to them since I was 15, again, in the car with my dad, you know, like that was the kind of stuff I was putting on, he was putting on Mastodon. So it's very, very cool to have After the Burial. The guys, before I joined, the guys toured with After the Burial a long time ago, so they know each other well. I think they've been working on new material, so it made a lot of sense, you know, like we love their music, big fans, good friends. We were like, you know, we're doing this headline tour, you want to be involved? Fortunately they said yes, so very, very excited about that. Great American Ghost, we met them when we did a US tour in 2024, and they're just a bunch of like the sweetest guys that make the scariest music ever, that's like incredible live, and we were just like, how do you start the night very, very high octane, like, you know, people are going to be like, okay, right, this is going to be a good night.
Yeah.
Great American Ghost, man. Great American Ghost.
What a way to warm the crowd up, honestly.
Yeah.
It's obviously it's still a while off yet, but it's going to be incredible. You've got some iconic venues there as well. You've got, obviously, for you guys, you've got playing the Barrowlands. I love that venue so much.
It's a moment.
Yeah.
It's a moment for us.
Of course. Have you got any favourite venues you've already played?
That we've already played? It's a good question. I have a really fond memory of Zenith in Munich. We did a show there in 2019. It was fantastic. It was the biggest room that we played at the time. That was incredible. We played in Tokyo in 2023, and I think it was called, I'm going to butcher the name, but it was like Makimura Mess Hall or something, and it was like 15,000 people. That was insane. In terms of clubs, I've always been a fan of playing shows in, let me think of something. I mean, to be fair, in Glasgow, the Garage, we had a bit of a moment in 2018? No, 2021. Oh God, I was way off. We played the Garage, and that had been a bit of a venue I'd always wanted to play. So that was fantastic. Really, really good experience there.
Yeah, Glasgow's like one of my favourite cities to go to. Like, I'm from Manchester, but like every now and then I will travel up for one there. And
nice.
Like all the venues there, like even the smaller ones are incredible. And then obviously you've got like Barrowlands, Galvanizers, like they're all.
I've got a reputation for
good
crowds, good venues.
The crowds are like something else. Yeah. I love it so much.
Yeah. No place like home.
Yeah, of course. And just to start wrapping up, are there any smaller bands you're loving at the moment that you'd like to shout out?
Yes, I'd love to shout out Alt from Sweden. Love that band. I'd love to shout out Vower. They're not particularly small, exactly. You know, Rabia is a bit of a name, but he's a fantastic songwriter, fantastic guitarist. Their singer Josh also is incredible. Actually, just great band as well. Their drummer's amazing. They're like, honestly, they're just like a total sort of super group. Vower and all. Go check those bands out if you haven't.
Perfect. And my final question for you: who would you like to see headline Download 2026?
Oh, that's a tough one. Give Partway Drive a go.
Absolutely. After that secret set last year as well, I think it needs to happen.
I'd love to see that.
Well, thank you so much for being here with me. It's been amazing.